Went up by +5. We are true sinners.
So the name of the girl will be...
What do you know?
a fitting name. You did the right thing sorting out that demon. Won't spoil any good crops anymore. The only thing left to do is visit the spinner. Vasilisa and I are going to see the spinner. There's nothing for you to do there, Kolya. Understand?
Sure did.
And one more thing. Don't say anything about the Banya or the bride. The spinner can't stand demons, though she looks like one herself. Got it?
Who is the spinner?
A woman of sorts. Her name is Kapitalina Ivanna, but everyone calls her the spinner behind her back. She's quite knowledgeable. You don't want to mess with her. That's why I am coming with you. Don't go running your mouth. Speak nothing of the book. Got it?
What should I say to get the belt?
Good question, Vasilisa. Keep your ears open when you speak to her. Remember, do not mention demons. She does not like them. And you might as well disregard the fact that we needed the belt for a changeling girl. Now, if you show you are of knowledge, that would be good indeed. If she doesn't like you, or should you let anything sleep, the cost will be more than we can handle. Got it?
Understood, Grandpa. It's time we were on our way.
Yes, it's better go to her at night. I've arranged a cart for us.
Do you have any Kupala salve left?
If I only knew. We could fly, but feet will do. And another thing. There's this rich fellow, Petrov is his name. He asked me to check on his field. Says demons are ruining his crops.
Yeah, we have to check this.
It's not far from Pintek. It so happens.
Well, Vasha, now I can say I've seen things. Cannon fire. A redoute, that's one thing. The devil himself, that's a whole different level. Still, I think that war is scarier. Much scarier than any chort. I still can't forget it.
You've seen too few shorts, Kolya.
Perhaps that's true, but that's beside the point. I'm not going to put up with it. I know how to get over this. I have an idea.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking of stepping right into the fire, if only something turned up.
You could die, you know.
No. I'm not talking about something like a campfire. And I'm not planning on dying either. It's not the devil I have to overcome. Man's greatest enemy is himself. That's what I think.
What happened down there in the war?
Bah, Vasha, you wouldn't be interested. This war was thought up by the devil and none other. Not by the Holy Spirit, that's for sure. I don't even want to remember. The thoughts alone make my hair white.
Is that why you started smoking?
Well, look at you. They don't call you knowers without reason. Well, yes. I'll start with something small, I think. To tell you the truth, I'm terrified even when I strike sparks with flint.
Okay. Hold on. Nothing to do with the book. Today we're gonna ding soon. We are 24 out of 43. I just wonder if I should take out some cards though. Some are not that good. Moment. Usually when we get level 5 we can have one more order. First at level 19 we can have another key one. This I don't understand. It kinda very limited cards you can play, but yeah. So this one was a mistake to get. I should probably get this one next. The items can help a lot. Well, let's go. Book merchant. Strange man sold Saga Wars to old Igor sometimes.
You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion is humming among the silence. Suddenly, a dark figure steps out from the shade. It is a scribe, a Zagavr dealer.
The wisdom that lies upon dark pages is not that of madness. You cannot paint me as a liar.
No. Nothing I was interested in. A Bashkin Forest, a small forest situated near the road from Vilgot to Pianteg.
You catch a whiff of the disgustingly sweet smell of rot. Cold fear enters your soul when you guess what might be the source of the smell. A human body lies nestled in the grass. It is already unrecognizable from decay. You see an old wooden cross upon its breast.
Take the cross.
Overcoming nausea, you easily rip the cross from the dead man's chest. You clean it and take it with you.
That's nice. Okay, nice. Southern marshes. People rarely venture into these marshes since they are not really inhabited by anyone. Various spirits have made this area their dwelling.
You see a small demon sitting on a hillock. In his hand, he is holding a snake by its tail, swinging it from side to side. A swishing sound of the snake's body and its angry hissing fill the swamp area.
Okay, last time I was trying to be kind of gentle. You know what?
You start reading your Zagavers. The demon immediately forgets its toy and jumps straight in your direction. At least the snake manages to escape.
Okay. Ding-a-ling. Oh, that was an easy one. Ost-Urolka village. Village near the Kama River. Okay. Karma.
Despite the late hour, sounds of celebration are coming from the village. It turns out that a festive dinner has dragged on and turned into a non-stop festival. You notice the worried host, who looks like he can't wait to say goodbye to his guests.
Oh. You offer to help.
You offer to disperse the festival for the host. His distrust of you vanishes when, after a couple of your Zagavers, furious winds send the suddenly worried guests scurrying home. The host rewards you with some of the dishes from a banquet table.
Okay, that was a good one. An old idol. Okay, somewhere in the old woods stands an old pagan Permian idol.
Bathing in the moonlight, a moss-covered idol is hidden among the tall trees. You walk closer and see a fresh towel wrapped around it. The forest around you is silent.
Okay. Set in mythology. The Euros offer a peculiar blend of religions. The veiled paganism of Russian Christianity is overlaid by the paganism of native peoples who are not always Christianized. For instance, some of the Mari and Udmurt peoples did not adopt Christianity but kept their ancestors' traditions. The Komi people adopted a new religion but mixed in their former beliefs. Even more complex was the confluence of Nikon's reforms with the traditions of the old believers, who fled to the Ural and Siberia during the Raskol or Schism. It is simply impossible to discuss the religious situation in the Urals with the singular notion of double belief. Okay. Road to Piatny. People rarely venture into these marshes since they are not really inhabited by anyone. Various spirits have made this area their dwelling. Okay.
You meet a girl walking in the direction of Panteg. In her hands, she clutches a spindle that is emanating dark power. Old Yegor smirks, another of the spinner's victims.
Let's help the girl.
You call out to the peasant girl and convince her to get rid of the cursed spindle. Surprised, the girl follows your advice.
Good night, Murphys. You have a good night's sleep. Don't dream about me too much now, okay? That's why you're not winning. You are cursed, Murphys. Maybe you need the help of this witch. Okay. Vilosov Woods. Grim Woods by the Spinner's house.
You freeze with horror. A dead girl is dangling from a spruce tree's gnarled branch. You can't move. This strange fruit sways back and forth with a creak in the cold wind. She died recently.
Well, I guess we go on Talvin Piantek. Maybe? Summon a spirit, then we're probably gonna get the demons out, won't we? And be. Let's try this one.
You summon the strength to go to Pantek and tell them
I guess
about
that
the
was
dead
the right
body.
thing to do.
You see the despair in the eyes of the peasants. It seems the girl was well loved in the village.
Okay. That was went well. Then let's go to the Piantek village. It's a large and rich village, center of Piantek Volost. There's an old church of the Epiphany, and it's notorious for being haunted. There's also a new one, that of Ilya the Prophet.
You feel at ease as you walk down the welcoming street of this village. A calm silence surrounds you. You almost pass through the village, but the silence is broken by loud laughter
Oh,
and the
music again.
sounds
This
of
is
an
a song we're
accordion.
probably gonna learn.
Vasilisa, is that you? Come on, join us.
I don't have the time.
Come on, your work is such a bore. 5 minutes here won't kill you.
All right, I have a little bit of time.
Yeah, you're gonna get a goodnight song now, Murphys.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
Качайте вы в сенях, эх, и вы в сенях, у меня добыть сову, эх, и те сову.
Guild of Settlements. Near Pinto there are several small villages scattered throughout the nearby forest of wood. Seems like a nice place to live.
On the field, you hear the steady
I
sound.
have no idea
of
what they're
digging.
singing, but
Coming closer,
nice.
you see a peasant moving the border of a field. The man looks startled when he sees you approach. He stops and calls out to you.
okay, talk to you.
Is that you, Igor?
It is I, with Vasilisa. God bless.
God bless. What are you looking at? I'm moving the border ditch. What of it?
Why are you moving the border ditch? You moved it quite far.
For good reason. The Petrov's workers caused me nothing but grief. They deceived me, shot me on flour. Only they didn't steal in broad daylight.
Have you spoken of it at the village meeting?
I have. Not much good it did me. Petrov's folks silenced me right away. Huh. I'll tell you what. If you curse the demons, I'll pay you.
Last time I did it, I increased my sin. You know what? I don't trust you.
Curse? The only one getting cursed today is you. That'll teach you.
A couple of words from the black book, and the man crumples, writhing in pain.
Okay. Not what I expected, but okay. That's gonna give me sin, isn't it? Yeah. Nah. Tuskov Ravine. There's no shortage of waterfalls and ravines when you travel around Cherdin Uyezd. They say further to the west, one can even see the mountains that surround the region. Okay.
Near a small forest creek, you find a grassy meadow. Among other vegetation, you see one beautiful flower. It's blood red and bright even in the
Oh,
moonlight.
that's
You come closer
yeah.
and
Adam
tie
head.
its stem with a silver thread. With a swift pull, you now have a new, valuable herb, Adam's head.
Got head again.
You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
But we're playing a woman. The Spinner's Hut. There's a witch's hut just outside the Piantic village. The Spinner is powerful and famous nowhere. Even in Vilgard, people have heard of her. Some of the girls went to her for love potions. Old Igor doesn't offer such services. We're missing the Belishkas.
The closer you are to the House of the Spinner, the more ominous the woods get. The decaying trunks of pines and spruces tower over the path like silent guardians. Your blood runs cold every other moment. You feel that the border between worlds is very thin in this part of the forest.
Okay.
There are bright strings of some kind on the path.
Verb. Peter's Cross. This root can be found in remove state poison and waste. Something. Double checking and see. Break curb. Yeah.
Quite a grim place. It's places like this that give witches a bad reputation.
Yeah, let's talk to Grandpa.
So, how do you like this Isba? Ours is quite a bit cozier, isn't it? Go speak to that skull. He's a doorman of sorts here. That's the Spinner for you, always thinking up something crazy.
What do you mean, speak to the skull?
I mean that it used to be a Khaldun. The regular folks aren't likely to chat with it. We, knowers, are used to this sort of thing. It's something new the Spinner thought up. Skulls such as these used to hang on the trees around here like effigies of sorts. This one is used as a kind of test. It would be best if you passed the test. This woman knows me, you see, but she's not familiar with you.
What's with the yarn on the paths?
You see it, do you? Ordinary folk don't. The yarn binds some poor Christians to the Spinner. It's a strong and dark sorcery. You had better go and speak to the doorman.
What else should I know about the Spinner?
Hush, child. These skulls report every little detail to that witch. Keep your lips sealed.
Okay. Every night there was a sound of wailing and hammering all around her isba. Shorts themselves can't be seen by ordinary men, but I found a secret passage in some hymn book that said you needed to look through a wedding ring to see them. One time I was walking along and saw the witch walking in front of me, flapping and swinging her hands around with a pestle on her back. So I looked through my ring, and what did I see? Bugs and flies of all colors swarming out of the pestle and stinging her. As we were walking by a herd, the witch grabbed a bunch of bugs from the air and threw them toward the herd. The shorts flew at the cows, stung them all over, and returned back to the pestle. They had their fill. Vekshitsas. The word for witch, Vedma, takes its root from the word Vedat, to know, to have some degree of knowledge. A Vedma is traditionally a woman versed in knowing and performing magic. We are often called Vekshitsa, from Veksha, squirrel. Women can be a witch is a squirrel, huh? It is a phonetic distortion of the word Veshitsa, Vedayushya, one who knows. According to Sheridan mythological texts, such a woman could turn into a squirrel, allowing her to enter a house through the chimney and steal an unborn child from an unexpected mother. Can you turn into a squirrel, Diggy? According to the same text, witches often gather atop a mountain to celebrate by roasting children over a fire. Witches performed the black magic, cast the evil eye upon people and livestock, stole milk from cows, others, and shared knowledge of love spells and love potions. Love magic is akin to black magic. Yeah, they're talking here, about according to Sheridan mythological texts, such a woman could turn into a squirrel, allowing her to enter a house through the chimney and steal an unborn child from an unexpected mother. But I mean, you can, go in and steal some booze, smokes, candy, Witches performed black magic, casting evil eye upon people and livestock, stole milk from cows, others, and shared knowledge of love spells and love potions. They could be the wives of Kolduns and draw magic from their husbands. In Sheridan Uyezd, they were believed to appear as regular women and were seldom depicted as the ugly hags that featured prominently in Europe, as knowers that were able to communicate with shorts. Evils.
There are many different skulls and charms.
What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna. What's that? Okay.
You approach the skull hanging by the door. Suddenly, the bony head starts shaking. A burning coal that serves as an eye socket stops you in your tracks.
A drunken cat, huh?
Oh, joy! And Noah, are we? Finally, some fun! My eye isn't what it used to be. Who's that old timer over there? I think I know him.
Will you let me pass to see the spinner?
With pleasure, but I'm ordered to test Noah. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be hanging around here in the first place. Anyway, we'll do it just like in the fairy tales. I'll give you 3 riddles.
Oh, God.
Solve any one of them, and I'll let you through. Solve none, or refuse to answer, I'll take one of your eyes. I'm short one, you see.
I'd say that's the least of your problems.
Well, are you up to it?
I have some questions.
Wait, answer my questions first.
I have no answers for you. I only ask questions. Well, are you up to it?
Okay.
Have it your way. Ask your riddles.
Listen to the first one, girl. There is a hamlet, folks packed together tight. Come morning the cock sings, yet no man stands upright.
There's a hamlet, folks packed in tight. Come morning the cock crows, yet no man
No.
stands upright.
Pothouse. Well, I would say that is kind of true, because if you sit here in the pothouse and the cock crows, it's not like you're gonna stand up, you know, taking but cemetery. But it's not packed tight though. Cemetery must be.
Proper dead men do not rise from the graves.
Correct! You solved the riddle.
Okay, 1 out of 3.
Only that man don't rise in the morning. Believe me, I know. You may pass, or you may try to guess another.
Okay.
Let's riddle some more.
Listen to the second riddle. Lame chicks sing along, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
What the heck is Womshicks? A term that refers to priests who frequently recite Vår imja otka I synen. The name of the Father and the Son. Sing along dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
Lame chicks sing along, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move
Oh,
an
isn't that a
inch.
funeral? Seems to be a very theme about that, because you're in a coffin.
The priests are singing for the dead. It's a funeral procession.
Correct! You guessed it! I remember those songs. You'll hear them too soon enough. You may pass, or you may try to guess another.
Oh, you said you had 3 of them.
Let's riddle some more.
Steal a quine, tale of twine.
Steal a quaint tale of twine.
Steal a quine, tale of twine.
Edel and Fred? Let's see what else it can be.
Well, that's easy. I'm here to see the spinner after all. It's a needle and a thread.
Correct. You guessed it. Look at you. You should know your riddles. That makes you a powerful witch. Well, you may pass. We can riddle some more. No eyes involved, just like that, for curiosity's sake.
Well, we get XP from it, so why not?
Let's riddle some more.
Oh, I should have saved.
Listen to the fourth riddle. Walks with no legs, sleeves with no arms, mouth with no speech.
Walks with no legs. Sleeves with no arms.
Walks with no legs, sleeves with no arms, mouth with no speech.
It must be Shadow, right? Yeah.
A shadow walks with no legs behind a man.
Huh, right you are. I can riddle you another one.
Okay, go on.
Let me crack one more.
Oh, that seems to be the last one now.
The ship broke to bits over meadows and deeps, over cities and streets. No popes and no dukes can bring it anew. No money, no books.
Ship fell to bits over meadows and deeps, over cities and streets. No popes and no dukes can bring it anew. No money, no books.
Well, it can't. It says no money, so it can't be money. Ship fell to bits over meadows and deeps. I don't see how it can be truth. Okay, this is a guess. Sky and stars.
The sky broke and scattered all the stars.
Okay,
Correct.
that was a guess.
You are a clever one, girl.
But then I
You know
assume
where that-
truth couldn't be it, then it would have been something else. Text didn't quite fit any of it, in my opinion, but
You might be powerful enough. Listen, you might be even more knowledgeable than the spinner. Why don't you take me along? I can look after your spy and whatnot. I can make myself useful, you know.
okay.
So be it. Your eye shines quite bright. I could use you for a lantern. All right then. I'm off to see the spinner.
Doesn't look.
Evening, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Evening to you too, Yegor Yevlampevich.
The voice of the spinner is quiet and smooth, like the rustling of pages in the Black Book.
Brought you my little orphan. Became a knower recently, this one.
You sure did. But what are you thinking, poking around in my business? You took my spindle. It was doing my bidding, you know. I let it slide on account of you not knowing and all.
God bless, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
I see you're a fine girl and a smart one. Yes, I heard your replies to the riddles. To be a knower is not all demonic affairs. So why are you here? Not just to check up on an old woman, I should think.
We're here for a belt. I mean, we shouldn't talk about the other parts.
I need a woven belt. A powerful one, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Yes, I know you came for a belt. Only why would I give one to you?
Old Yegor warned me that I should watch my mouth around the spinner. How should I answer her?
We don't talk about this because that involves talking about the demons. So I assume compliment the belts then?
You're known all across the Uyezd for weaving the best belts, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
So I am. You aren't here without reason. I can indeed make good belts. You've become a knower, so I'll give you an enchanted belt. So, what are you going to do with your chorts?
How am I supposed to answer that? I really don't know what to do with them.
She hates demons, so torture them?
Well, make them suffer, of course. Give them some back-breaking work.
That's how you should treat them. Torment those filthy creatures.
Not that we will, but
Only
you know.
knowers can do some good. Well, turns out you're a good knower, girl. I'll give you a belt as a gift.
Holy shit, 200 XP?
Here, it's a good one. Later, I'll put you in touch with a pupil of mine. A fine man. Maybe it'll work out for the two of you, hmm?
Thank you for the belt, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Well, thank you, Kapitalina. See you again sometime.
See you soon. Farewell.